Hey guys, so today we are going to learn about learn how to solve inequalities through word problems. Okay, so the few word problems that we're going to do are going to have just really basic inequalities, because you need to learn where you can find inequalities in real life. And then we're also going to do just some review of stuff that you've learned so far. Okay, so number 1. A small elevator has a maximum capacity of 1,000 pounds before the cable holding it in place snaps. Write an inequality that describes the possible weight allowed in the elevator. Okay, so it says that the maximum capacity is what? 1,000 pounds, okay? And let's pick a variable to write this inequality. Jackie? X. Okay. And in this problem, what does X equal? What does it mean? What is it representing? Nate?
The amount of pounds that can fit on that.
Okay, so weight, right? Weight allowed. So can we fit like 1,500 pounds? No. Can we fit 2,000 pounds? No. So it can't pass 1,000, right? So what inequality symbol would I use to represent this scenario? Fernando?
X is less than 1,000.
Okay, X is less than 1,000. Can X be 1,000? Okay. So now I'm going to change that to what? Less than or equal to. Okay. So that's it. X is less than or equal to 1,000 pounds. All right? Okay, so now number 2. A high school algebra class of 36 students were told they would receive a pizza party if their class average was 92% or higher on the next quiz. Write an inequality which describes the average score the class must receive in order to get the pizza party. All right, so what number am I going to be using here, the 36 or the 92? Does this 36 matter? Does it make a difference? No. So the number I care about is 92. Okay. Now let's pick a variable for this one. Jackie?
C.
C. And what does C represent?
Class.
Class what?
Average.
Class average. Okay. So I have my C and I have my 92. Can C be less than 92? Can we get an 80% class average and still get a pizza party?
No.
Can we get a 50% class average? No, that would... Okay, so what symbol would I use? Okay, so greater than. So the class average can be greater than 92. Can the class average be exactly 92%? Okay. So C is greater than or equal to 92. But how do we represent percents without the percent symbol?
Decimals.
Decimals, okay. So what decimal would it be? How would you?
0.92.
0.92. Okay. So C is greater than or equal to 0.92. All right. Okay. So now number 3. Raymond wants to spend his entire credit limit on his credit card. His credit limit is $2,000. He purchases items costing $600, $800, $50, $168, and $3. Write and solve an inequality which describes the amounts Raymond can put on his credit card for his next purchases. All right, so before we start this one, do you guys know how credit cards work? Besides just putting in the chip and okay, but how does it work? And like what?
The chip goes into the computer and then it says, the company pays for your purchase, and then you have to pay them back at the end of the month.
Okay, so it's like a loan. Okay, so credit card. When you apply for a credit card, the bank gives you like a limit. Okay, so they say you have $1,000 to spend every month. Okay, that's how much we're willing to lend you. So if someone who makes $500 a month and has a $1,000 credit limit, should they be spending $1,000? No, right? They're spending twice as much as they make. Okay, so what is Raymond doing here? He's reaching that limit, right? And if he doesn't have those $2,000 at the end of the month, what happens? What happens if he spends $2,000 and only has like $500 to pay back?
They charge you more.
They charge him more, right? And that's called interest. So now instead of paying just $2,000 a month, he owes, instead of just owing $2,000, he owes probably, let's see, $2,800, right? Just for that month. Almost triple the amount he spent. Is that smart? No. Guys, this happens every single day in real life. Okay, people have credit cards and they just don't use it appropriately, right? They get into lots and lots of debt. They damage their credit score. What happens when you damage your credit score?
They don't trust you anymore.
Yeah, people don't trust you anymore. And by people, this is like banks and stuff. So if you want to buy, a car, you can't get a car loan. If you want to rent a house, you can't rent a house or an apartment or a condo. So is it smart, first of all, to get a credit card if you're not responsible with money?
Yeah, we don't know.
No. Okay. So I have struggled with credit cards, okay, in college. Because I think
It's tempting.
it's so tempting, right? You're living on your own. You have tons of friends that are going on trips and stuff. And you're like, oh, I want to go on my trip too. What happens when you go on a trip? Do you get to work?
No.
No. You miss work, so that means you're not making money. And you go on a trip and you're spending money, right? More than you can afford. Okay, so moral of the story, don't be like Raymond, don't be like Miss Godinez. Okay? Don't spend more money than you, I guess, can make, right? So, Raymond wants to spend his entire credit limit on his credit card. Not smart. His credit limit is $2,000. He purchases items costing $600. So that's what, like an iPhone? $800. A laptop? $50.
Headphone.
Not even the new AirPods, huh?
You can just get regular
Okay.
Bluetooth headphones. So you can get
What?
it for 10.
The AirPods?
Yeah, but
They're like
they have regular
$150?
Bluetooth for $10.
That's not smart. Okay, $168. Okay, maybe those are the AirPods.
$3.
And $3,
Snickers bars.
pack of gum, right?
That's expensive.
Well, it depends what kind of gum you're getting, right? Okay, so, all right. Okay, so how much, we need to figure out how much Raymond has spent so far.
He spent $1,621. $1,000.
So far Raymond has spent $1,621. Okay, so we're trying to figure out how much more he has to spend that month. So how much more? So 2,000 minus 1,621. How much is that?
489.
I don't think it's 489. 379, okay? So Raymond has $379. If Raymond has so far spent $1,600, is Raymond gonna spend the rest? What do you guys think? So just by learning that about Raymond, that he's already spent $1,600, is he more like, yeah. He's gonna splurge, right? So 379, and we need a variable. M.
T.
So M, what's that representing? So money left to spend. Or to spend. Okay. So can he spend more than 379?
No.
No. So what symbol am I gonna use?
Less than or equal to.
All right, so less than or equal to, because he has 379 left to spend. Okay? Any questions? Yeah.
So you would add up all his expenses and then, so this one you would add up his expenses subtracted by like much money else?
Yeah. So he has a total of $2,000 of credit to use, and he's already used 1,621. So he has $379 left to use of credit. And this isn't money coming out of his pocket. This is money that he's borrowing from someone.
And he has to pay on top of
And
that.
he has to pay it back in a month. Okay?
And then on top of that, he has to pay the fee.
If you are making $10 an hour, guys, minimum wage, okay? If you're making $10 an hour full-time, you should not be spending that money. Okay? All right, write and solve an inequality for the values of x. Then write a complete sentence describing the possible values of x. Okay, so area is greater than 125 centimeters squared, right? So what is the formula for area? Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this as length times width is greater than 125 centimeters squared. Okay, so now looking over here at our rectangle, what is our length? Yeah. Okay, so 5 times W is greater than 125. Okay, so I want the area to be greater than 125. So that's why we need to figure out what the width has to be in order for that to meet that.
What is the equation? No, I don't know. We were looking for an area.
Okay, so now what's my next step? Okay, divide 5 on both sides. Okay, so someone tell me in a sentence what this means. Write a complete sentence describing the possible values of x. So someone that hasn't spoken today. Someone. Okay. That's your sentence? Okay, so tell me a sentence. What about 26?
So,
Okay, so x can be 26. All right, anything else? Are we going to have to teach this lesson again if only the same people are raising their hands? Okay.
The value of x is be about 25.
Okay, so the value of x must be greater than 25. 25 what? Centimeters. Okay. What does W represent again? Width. So what's another way that we can write this sentence using the word width?
The width must be greater than 25 centimeters.
Yeah, so the width must be greater than 25 centimeters. Okay, that's another way. All right, so yes, possible values of W or X. Koga? What are some possible values now? 26. Okay. Nate? What's that?
Can I say inequality?
Tell me what? Just inequality?
Like just inequality, like 4 things.
No, because it says write a complete sentence. Right? So you guys got to make sure to read the directions on the exam on Wednesday, okay? All right. So now going back to what we learned a couple weeks ago, solve and graph the solution. So what is this kind of inequality called? You guys remember? Compound inequality, okay? So where do I start solving?
Add 18 to all sides.
Okay, so I'm starting in the middle. All right, and I'm going to start by adding 18 to both sides. All right, so negative 10 plus 18. 8. And 30 plus 18.
40.
Okay. All right, and now next. Yeah.
You divide 4x by both sides.
What's that?
You divide 4x by both sides. On all sides.
Am I, what do I want to get by itself in the middle? X, right? So I'm dividing by -4 to both sides. Okay, 8 divided by -4. Okay, X. 48 divided by -4.
12. -4.
-12. What happens when I divide by a negative?
Fix the sign.
Okay, so now this becomes a greater than or equal to, and this one becomes a greater than. All right, and now I'm going to graph. And Nate, what 3 numbers do I need up there? Do I need the whole number line?
No.
No. Okay. So what 3 numbers?
-2, 0,
Okay. All right, so now for the -2. Can't block it here. So I'm going to split this one in half real quick, right? I'm just going to take it one part at a time. Oh, that doesn't work either.
Well, they can see that.
Yeah. Okay, so -2 is greater than x. So open or solid circle? Okay, and x is less than or equal to -2. So what direction am I going in? All right, and now for the other part, x is greater than -12. So what direction am I going in? Okay, girls? X is greater than -12. How would I show that on the graph? Okay, and is it an open or solid circle? Open. Okay. All right, any questions on that one? All right. Okay, so just by looking at this, I can tell that on the graph, the arrows are going to be pointing in the opposite direction. Why? How can I tell? Just by looking at it. No. New people. Okay, I can stay, I don't have anywhere to be after school today, so we can hang out just out here after school so that Miss Grant can go home. Do you guys want to do that? You guys want to stay after class? Okay, well, I guess I'm staying after class. All right. Okay. You guys can change it if you start participating. But I need to practice, obviously, just as much as you guys do, so I can stay after class and do this again. Okay, thank you.
Add 6.
What?
Add 6.
Okay, but my question was, how can I tell that just by looking at it, how can I tell that my arrows are going to be pointing the opposite direction? Because it says or. Okay? Because it says or. All right, so now we're going to solve this one first. And Alejandro, what's the first thing I'm going to do?
Add 6.
Add 6 to both sides, right? Okay, so I'm left with 2x is less than what? Negative 2. Okay, what do I do next? Yeah, Jasmine. Okay, so x is less than negative 1. Okay, so now I'm going to solve this one. 10 minus 5x is less than negative 19. What's my first step? Kristen. Subtract what? Subtract 10 from both sides. Okay, 10 minus 10. Negative 5x is less than what? Negative 29. All right. Front table over there, you girls. What's my next step? Okay. Man, you guys really do want to stay after class, huh? All right. Okay, so what happens when I divide by a negative on both sides? I flip the sign. Okay, so 29 over 5, that comes out to like 5.8, okay? All right, so what two numbers do I need to plot on my graph? Brenda? Is that Brianna? Is that your name?
Yeah.
Okay. So what three numbers do I need to plot on my graph?
-1, 0, and 58.
5.8, okay?
Okay, sorry.
No, it's my writing, okay. So x is less than negative 1, open or solid circle? Class, you guys can answer all together.
Open.
Open. Okay, 5.8. Open. Okay, if x is less than negative 1, what direction am I going in? Opposite direction, right? We already came to that conclusion. All right. So you guys are going to work on number 7 on your own or with the people at your table, okay? Okay, so this is what I got for number 7. Did anybody get anything different? If you did, it's okay. Raise your hand and we will go over it. Okay? All right. Number 8. Go ahead and get started on that one.
Hey,